Udah.
Yuk mulai.
Cek sound, cek sound, cek sound. Kedengeran kan?
Keren, kedengeran.
Sip.
Hello everyone, we are from Group 4 and we want to explain about design thinking in business. Next slide. Our team, there are Abisa Tanujaya, Aulia Puspita, Ania Farhana Yunia, Fitri Amalia Rahman, Hana Prasetya Margarita Syotang, and Marianus Brandu Prasetyo. Next slide please. What is design thinking in business? Design thinking in business is a process for solving problem by prioritizing the customer's need above all else. It relies on observing with empathy how people interact with their environments and employs an iterative hand-on approach to creating innovative solutions. Next slide will be explained by Fitri.
So why design thinking is important? Because design thinking is about approaching things differently with a strong user orientation and fast iteration with multidisciplinary teams to solve big problems. It's equally applicable to redesign products, service, process, business model, and ecosystem. It inspires radical innovation as a matter of course, and ignites capabilities beyond more potential. Unmatched as a source of competitive advantage because design thinking is the driving force behind those who will lead industry through transformation and evolution. Next. According to Martin from book The Design of Business to Innovate and Win, companies need the design thinking. This form of thinking is rooted in how knowledge advances from one stage to another. Next slide will be explained by Fania.
Okay, thank you, Fitri. So this slide is about design thinking and your client. Based on book HBR, must read on thinking. The fact that design thinking is not limited to products, because even as products, their effect create a ripple in the rest of the business ecosystem. Design thinking can be extrapolated to typical consulting or strategy designing. Iterative interaction and solution presenting must be done, treating your client as end user. Next slide will be explained with Aulia Puspita.
Okay, thank you, Fania. So this slide is about the benefit of design thinking. Design thinking help business better identify, understand, and address the problems that plague your business and their customers. It values solution over process and creativity and innovation over traditions. Here are some practical benefits of design thinking in business strategy. First, collaboration. Good design is collaborative. It draws inspiration from everywhere, including culture and surrounding community, and asks for feedback from a whole team. And the second one is user focus. Defining who will be using the business solution is key to understanding exactly how to develop it. This is helpful in plenty of other business contexts. Then the next one is testing. Testing idea by creating prototypes or sketch and getting feedback early in the process can help lead to big breakthroughs and better ways of doing things. And last but not least is boosted morale. Having a design thinking mindset can remind both business and individuals that the solution are there and help them focus on how to find them. This can be encouraging and supportive of the business. Next slide will be explained with Abi. For Abi, time and place is yours.
Okay, thank you, Aulia. Next slide, please. So now this is the design thinking approach frame. It has a couple of characteristics and they are iterative, which means that it will be done repeatedly. Nonlinear, which means to develop solutions that will help us in finding the right things for the market's needs. This is why multidisciplinary is needed, so we can integrate the skills and methodology from multiple disciplines into a collaborative effort that comes from multiple designers. In other words, collaborative is also one of the frames here, which means that different designers from different disciplines can share each other's ideas and knowledge about the design process and design content. The next frame is adaptable to recognize unexpected situations and to figure out the fastest yet the best response to that specific situations. Last but not least is going to be scalable to be able to benefit from economies of scale and can quickly ramp up the productions. Next slide, please. So, so uh, the next step is going to be observing. Observe the customer's actions to be more specific. When we observe their actions, we can reveal their actions in settings, which are disconnects, workarounds, and breakdowns. This part is the discoveries part in the design thinking approach frame, which also connects to the know and act. Next slide, please. So after we discover the customer's actions in the discoveries part, we will get to the frameworks part, which will pop up fresh insights. If we combine the things that we have discovered about the customer's actions, the business's needs, and the technical limitations that limits our business, we can know what to do to improve ourselves. Well, this part is going to help the businesses in improving. Next is going to be explained by Ando. Thank you.
And then establishing principles uh, ensures. In this thing, there are two main areas. The first one, value to customer, because basically ensuring the customer is the most important way in running a business. Okay, and then benefit to company will both be designed for and delivered. Next slide, please. Okay, and then brainstorming, prioritizing solution and prototyping with customers result in the first one is better decisions. Prioritizing solutions by uniting with the prototypes is the way to good decision because basically brainstorming by creating prototypes with the priority solution can result in the alignment. Okay, then lower risks by making the right decision definitely reduce the risk you face. Okay, the last is value customers will pay for. Next slide, please. Okay, and then about symptoms. And then what are the symptoms? The first one is undifferentiated awareness. Often a difference of supply become a dangerous symptoms for a business. Okay, and then there are gadgets, feature creeps, and portfolio blow. Next slide, please. Okay, and then this is our reference for our next slide, please. Okay, guys, that's all from our group. If you have questions, we are very happy to answer it. That's all, and thank you.
Ya, kesimpan kan? Oh, cuma bilang nggak kering.